Is tener. Tener means to have. Yes. Tener, to have. Okay. And this verb is probably one of the most populares, not because it's just so awesome, but it's because it's so useful. Useful in the fact that you typically are saying, I have a dog, I have green hair, I have, great lunch today. Whatever you have, or whatever your friends have, or whatever, this is a very useful verb. So that's why it's so important to know this. This is why this is one of the first ones that we learn. Okay, so the first thing is I have, which is yo tengo. Yo tengo. I have. Now, how many people are familiar with the dance, the tango?
I've heard of it.
You've heard of it?
I've
Okay.
seen it.
So the tango is actually spelled a little different.
Is it with an A?
It's with an A, okay? So a lot of times people think of that though, they're like, oh, the tango, yo tango. So if that's something that helps you remember, great. But it is spelled different, so I just wanted to let you know not to let that trip you. Yo tango, I have. Now, the next thing we're gonna learn is you have, and remember it's that friendly you, tu, and then it's tienes. You have.
There's an S.
There's an S on the end. Tu tienes. You have. And this is the friendly way. So amongst your buddies, your amigos. Tu tienes. You friendly have. And then in Spanish, they have another way to say you. Do you guys remember how to say it? Usted. Okay? So that's going to be usted tiene. And that's you formal. Again, that's kind of like you're saying sir or ma'am. Okay? Now the weird thing is, in English, these are all the same word. Have, have. In Spanish, every single one is different. Tengo, tienes, tiene. So you can't just say, how do you translate have? Well, have equals, no, because there's lots of different ways to say have. If you're saying I have, it's tengo. If you're saying you have and it's your buddy, it's tienes. If you're saying usted, if you're saying you ma'am have, then it's going to be tiene. Usted tiene. Okay? So that's something that is kind of confusing for us because it doesn't just translate. You can't just have translate to one other word. It translates to lots of other words. Okay, now this tiene has a few other subject pronouns that it is usable with. So I'm going to go ahead and just write it a couple more times and give you those other subject pronouns. Okay. The other ones are el meaning he, so that means he has. And then ella is, ella tiene, she has. And then, any ideas with the last ones?
Nosotros.
No, that's going to be on the plural side.
Oh, ellos.
This is anybody's name, okay? Anybody's name. So what name do we like?
Yasmin.
Jasmine. Okay.
Amelia.
Well, Jasmine said it first, so we're going to use Jasmine. Okay. Jasmine tiene. Okay? So Jasmine has. And that's anybody at all, okay? So anybody has, but it's only one person because everything that we put over here in azul, so we'll switch here in just a second to a different color. We'll do, I don't want to do purpura. We'll do, now we'll do rose. We'll do rose. No, I like rosa. Okay, indecisive today. All right, so all of these are singular. We're only talking about one person, whether it's I, or whether it's you, or whether it's Yasmin, whoever. One person. So each of these has a plural then. Each of these is going to have another form you can use to make it plural. So let's learn those over here in prosa. All right, so if you have I and some other people, that's we, which is nosotros. Nosotros, or nosotras, if they're all girls. Nosotros tenemos. We have. We have. Nosotros tenemos. Now I want to point out that anytime you have a group of people and yourself, it's also going to be tenemos. So let me give you an example. Let me say like Emilia, you wanted to use your name. So I'll say Emilia y yo. You're going to say tenemos for that. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
And so that literally is just Emilia and I have. But whenever you say someone and I, you are in effect saying we. So that's why anytime you have someone y yo, and it can be lots of people or it could be just one person, but if you have the y yo, you've got to use the nosotros form, which is going to be tenemos. So let me give you one other example. I won't write it up here, but what if I said Julio, Javier, y yo? You're gonna use tenemos with that, okay? So Julio, Javier, y yo. Okay? You have a buddy Julio, right? Okay. We make believe friend, right? You're make believe friend. Sorry, I told you I wouldn't mention him. All right. The next one. We have two, and again, where is the plural? First of all, do you guys remember the plural of two?
Oh,
Ustedes.
ustedes.
Vosotros.
Oh.
Remember vosotros. Okay, so vosotros is the plural of two. So instead of saying just you, my buddy, you're saying you guys. So vosotros, and this one is tenéis. You guys have.
Would you only use this one in Spain also?
Exactly. Okay? Only in España. So that's why I put a little asterisk by it, just to remind you guys it's not used by Mexicans, Bolivians, Peruvians, all those other Spanish-speaking countries. They don't bother with vosotros. They're like, oh no, we're just using ustedes. Okay? So there's not a differentiation. So in Spain, though, you've got to know vosotros tenés. Preguntas on that one? Okay. The plural of usted, what do you guys think it is? Ustedes. Muy bien. Just add an es to the end. Ustedes tienen. Again, you guys have. This up here was friendly / Spain only. And this one is formal / used everywhere else. Does that make sense? Okay. So again, in Mexico, if anytime you say you guys have, even if it's all of your best buddies, you're not going to use vosotros, you'll just say ustedes tienen. Okay? So that's what that is. Next, how do you make el plural? How do you, instead of saying he, you're saying they. So, ellos. Remember that. Good. Ellos. Ellos tienen. They have. And ellos, remember, can be all boys or a combinación, yep, of girls and guys. But when we pluralize ella, which is what? Ellas, it's only muchachas. Only girls. So girls get special treatment with Spanish. We have our own special things. Okay, okay. All right, so now Jasmine. Jasmine's gonna have a buddy. All right, Jasmine, who's your buddy? Is it Sana? Okay. So now instead of just, she's like, don't bring me into this. Okay, so now instead of just Jasmine, we're gonna say Jasmine y Sara. And so instead of tiene, we have to say tiene. So Jasmine and Sarah have. Okay? Okay, preguntas on that. And again, that can be anybody. Jasmine can have any friend she wants. Or it could be any other person. They have.